One fan had Ronaldo so confused he was punching air, and another fan ruined the biggest game in the world with a bathing suit? These are the 10 times football fans went too far. And first off, Messi had a rival fan throwing hate signs at him on live TV. For the past decade, the Messi and Ronaldo GOAT debate has been the biggest thing in the world. Facts. It was the unspoken rule, man. The coming of age. As a dude, you either pick CR7 or Leo early on and stuck with your decision for the rest of your life. I'm guessing this Panathinaikos fan had made his pick, and it wasn't Messi, because when his club faced Barcelona in the Champions League years back and they went 3-0 up, well, he decided to give Messi a visual description of what he really thought about him. Come on, dude, that's low. They did get trashed 5-1 in the return leg, and Messi didn't take any prisoners. Guess the joke's on him now. To be fair, Messi and Barcelona fans aren't strangers to this kind of stuff. And it does feel like the roles got reversed here, because back in 2000, it was the other way around. And what they did to this Portuguese legend was completely insane. At the time, Luis Figo was like a god in football. He was the best player in the world, and playing for Barcelona, it seemed like he had the perfect career. Barca's biggest rival, Real Madrid, was planning the heist of the century to get Figo to come play for Madrid. After a lot of back and forth, the deal finally went through, and Figo shocked the world by putting on that Madrid kit and became Barca's public enemy #1. In his first game back at the Nou Camp, his former fans made sure he felt what they really thought about him. They legit threw a pig's head at the dude. Well, at least Barca wasn't getting fined $260K for what their fans did, unlike the dudes at Man City. On the final day of the 2021-22 season, everything was on the line. City came into this one knowing they had to win to secure the title, but at halftime, they were down 2-0. City fought back into the game and forced it to 2-2. But when they got the news that Liverpool were now winning their own game against Wolves, they knew they had to go for broke, or else the title would be slipping away. And with 9 minutes left to play, İlkay Gündoğan completed the comeback for City. And after the game, the stadium erupted. The scenes were unbelievable, but also illegal. Turns out it's not allowed to have that many fans on the pitch at the same time. So City got slammed with a $260K fine for pitch invasion. To be fair, I'm pretty sure the guys at City would have been paying this one off with a smile. But when OGC Nice and Marseille had to pay fines because of fans, it was for the wrong reasons. The Mediterranean derby is always heated between these two, but this edition felt like someone turned up the heat for way too long. When Dimitri Payet went to take a corner for Marseille in front of the Nice fans, well, let's just say they weren't playing Nice with him. And once Payet snapped, the chaos erupted. Scenes that day were scary, a sad one for French football. The police had to get involved, and the game was suspended. Both teams had to play matches in closed stadiums for the next couple of games, making them lose a combined total of over $50K. Almost 3 times what Liverpool fans had to pay for premium Champions League final tickets in 2022. That made them lose it and go over the top. Literally. Liverpool was facing Real Madrid in Paris for the 2022 Champions League final. And with only 75,000 tickets available, the rush hour was insane. The game was supposed to kick off at 7 p.m., but the match got delayed by 1 hour. And that's when the Liverpool fans in the stadium realized that some of their fans outside had been locked out. See, the stadium was having crowd control because the seats were filling up fast, and there were still tons of people outside. And the security didn't want the crowd to overflow, so they kept some Liverpool fans locked out, and now these dudes had traveled miles to come watch their team play. So when they noticed they weren't going to get in, some forced their way through. I don't even have the words. Awful. Kinda feels like Liverpool always has bizarre moments in Champions League finals. I mean, in 2018, one fan completed a horrible evening. In the 2018 Champions League final, Liverpool faced Real Madrid, looking to win their first trophy under Klopp. But what was supposed to be their crowning moment ended up becoming a horror show. First, Liverpool star man Mohamed Salah had to go off injured after Sergio Ramos thought he was a human piñata mid-game. And then their goalkeeper had a meltdown all game and never recovered. And just when you think it couldn't get any worse, some fan ran onto the pitch and completed the horror show for the Reds. On the plus side, it probably saved them from Ronaldo adding a fourth and using them to make Champions League history. Ronaldo wasn't too pleased about meeting this guy, but at least he wasn't running onto the pitch trying to attack him like this dude did to Aston Villa royalty. The Birmingham Derby between Aston Villa and Birmingham City is deep. And in the 2019 version of the game, it's either Paul Mitchell was jealous of Jack Grealish's calves or his hairline, because with the game just a few minutes in, he attacked him. What was that? Mitchell caught everyone off guard and had me worried for minutes. Lucky for Grealish in football, he was okay, and ended up scoring the winning goal in the game. Mitchell was arrested and got to serve 2 weeks in prison. And hopefully, he came out a changed man. Maybe not too changed. I mean, I don't mean him coming out looking like Jack Grealish or Neymar, because there's one dude who's taken football lookalikes to an extreme level. I'm pretty sure if I asked you who Sosia Doné is, you probably won't know him. But if I showed you his socials, well, fun fact, that isn't Neymar. Sosia Doné has made a career out of looking like the Brazilian superstar. He's even racked up over 1 million followers on IG, just by looking like Neymar. I mean, I got a splitting headache just trying to tell the difference. They've even got the same tattoos, freaky stuff. Sosia Doné's making a fortune off looking like Neymar, and it doesn't seem like he'd be stopping anytime soon. He even walks like him and does some of his signature poses. I bet more fans in Brazil have taken more pictures with Doné than they have with Neymar. That's nuts. Brazil's a pretty interesting place, and kinda crazy too. Guess they take things to the extreme, like this one time when a group of bandits committed the biggest heist in football history in 1970. After Brazil won the World Cup for the 3rd time, the rules back then allowed them to keep the original trophy at home in Brazil. But 13 years later, in 1983, some dudes have time traveled into the future and probably watched the first 2 seasons of Money Heist, came back, and formed a plan to do the unthinkable: steal the World Cup trophy. So they broke a rear in the cabinet the trophy was being kept in, and the next day, the security guards, the whole of Brazil, and the entire world were shocked to realize the trophy was missing. To this day, it's never been found. Those dudes who did it, they've got balls. Guess it's because of stuff like this that pro ballers don't always act nice when fans run up to them unexpectedly. I mean, this dude got the shock of his life right after he pissed CR7 off. Back when Ronaldo was still at Juve, he just finished a tough game against Bayer Leverkusen and was about to head to the locker room when a fan came out of nowhere and rushed him from behind.
0-2 dus en daar Ronaldo. Ja, daar is hij uiteraard.
Apparently, this fan wanted a photo, but picked the wrong angle. Because Ronaldo was so pissed, he thought the dude was crazy. I can't blame Ronaldo, man. He just finished a game and wanted to head back home to watch Goal Zone, and this dude was interrupting that. Next time, bro, if you want to get on Ronaldo's good side, just show him you've already subscribed to Goal Zone and you're in.